Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take the sources, cut through the noise, and help you get smart fast. Today, we're doing a really significant deep dive. We're looking at how enterprise tech is changing, specifically productivity software. And we're not talking small tweaks here, are we? This is about a much bigger shift than just making email a bit better.
That's exactly right. I mean, the sources we've looked at, they really hammer home this point. Google Workspace, which leads the paid market, isn't just a collaboration tool anymore. It's transformed. It's become what they're calling a platform for collaborative intelligence.
Collaborative intelligence.
Yeah, and that's powered by generative AI, specifically their Gemini platform woven right through everything.
Okay, so that's the core idea we need to unpack. Our mission today is really to break down the three big reasons they can make that claim. We're talking AI leadership, enterprise trust security, basically, and total cost of ownership, TCO.
Right. And we need to look at the actual tools. Gemini, this new thing, Vids for video, Notebook LM Enterprise for secure research. How do these actually deliver that intelligent productivity?
Exactly. We want you, the listener, to walk away really understanding why this platform is seen as a leader. What are the hard metrics, the real advantages?
It's about value, scale, security all at once, not just a feature list.
And these AI tools we're discussing, they're not science fiction. They're here now, ready for businesses. So if that idea of, seamless AI helping you work smarter sounds good, you should really check it out. We put a link in the episode description so you can try Google Workspace yourself, see these features in action.
Okay, let's start where you have to start with enterprise platforms. Scale, global reach.
Yeah, scale is fundamental, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're a CIO, you're betting the company essentially on a platform. It has to handle massive deployments globally, no question.
And the numbers here are pretty staggering. Sources say Workspace is used in over 190 countries. That's almost everywhere.
It is. And commercially, over 8 million paying business customers. That's a huge base of trust right there.
So, global footprint, check. Commercial trust, check. But you mentioned something about how scale links to TCO, the cost of ownership, through the user base. Ah, yes. This is crucial. Beyond the 8 million businesses, think about the total users. Over 3 billion active users globally. Personal accounts, professional, everything.
3 billion. Okay, that's a number that's hard to even grasp. But how does that save a company money?
It's all about familiarity. Think about bringing on new hires or even just rolling out the platform. Most people already know Gmail. They know Docs, Drive, Meet, they've used it. So that massive learning curve you often get with a new enterprise software, it's drastically reduced. Less training needed, less resistance. People just get started faster.
Right, so the change management headache, the training budget, it shrinks. That's a tangible saving.
Exactly. It's not just nice to have ease of use, it hits the bottom line. Lower friction, faster adoption, less overhead. Simple as that.
Okay, so that covers the user base effect. What about validation from the big players, the Fortune 500s?
That's the other key metric. The sources state 90% of Fortune 500 companies use Google Workspace.
90%. Wow. Now, does use demand mean it's their only platform?
Probably not exclusively in all cases, no, that's a fair point. But what it does confirm is that Workspace has passed the toughest tests. Security audits, compliance checks, scalability demands, integration needs. The biggest companies in the world have vetted it and trust it for core functions. That speaks volumes.
It proves it can handle the demands, definitely. And in the actual paid market where companies are putting their money down, how does it stack up?
It's the leader. The data shows Google Workspace holds about 50.34% of the paid productivity software market. Its nearest competitor is around 45.46%. So it's not just a player, it's the preferred choice for businesses paying for these kinds of services.
Okay, market leader status confirmed. Let's talk architecture. You hear cloud native a lot. What does that actually mean in practice compared to, say, something originally built for the desktop?
It's a fundamental difference in design. Cloud native means it was built for the internet, for distribution, for real-time access from day one. It wasn't desktop software awkwardly adapted for the cloud later on.
And the benefit is?
Much smoother, faster, truly seamless collaboration, especially co-editing. Remember trying to merge different versions of a file? Or they've addressed that strategically. There's a robust offline mode for the core apps, docs, sheets, slides. You can keep working. And crucially, they know businesses often have a mix of tools, especially during transitions. So you can natively edit Microsoft Office files directly within Workspace, online or offline. It's cloud first for all the benefits we discussed, but definitely not cloud only. It ensures you can keep working no matter what and eases migration.
Okay, so we've got the foundation, massive scale, market leadership, solid security, a smart cloud architecture.
Mm.
But the real game changer, the thing pushing it into this collaborative intelligence space, is the AI integration, right?
Absolutely. This is where Google's deep investment in AI really comes into play within Workspace. It's not just adding a chatbot off to the side. It's about embedding AI help directly into your workflow. Seamlessly, contextually, securely. That's the goal.
Let's start with the core AI engine then, Gemini. It's described as a zero-friction productivity multiplier. What does zero friction look like in practice?
It primarily means the side panel. You'll see it consistently in Gmail, Docs, Sheets, Drive, Slides. So you're writing a report in Docs, and Gemini's right there in the side panel. You don't need to copy your text, open a new browser tab, paste it into a separate AI tool, and then bring the results back.
Ah, okay, so it sees what I'm working on, and can it pull in info from, say, my email or other files without me manually finding and linking them?
Exactly. It's context aware. Let's say you're prepping that quarterly review doc. Gemini, through the side panel, can summarize relevant email chains about the project. It can analyze data in a sheet you've linked. It can even help draft sections of the report by pulling info from other related documents in your driving. All right there.
This is incredibly useful.
Yeah.
Instead of spending hours hunting down information and piecing it together.
It does it for you, grounded in your company's information. It respects your workflow, keeps you focused, and turns that tedious compilation work into potentially seconds. That's the multiplier effect.
Okay, but the second you say AI is accessing company emails and documents, the security alarms go off. Big time. What's the guarantee there?
This is non-negotiable for enterprise adoption. The sources are very clear. Your proprietary company data, accessed by Gemini within Workspace, is secure. It is never used to train the general public AI models. Your data stays your data, period. That firewall is essential for trust.
Got it. Crucial point. Okay, next AI tool. This one sounds really interesting. Google Vids. It tackles video creation.
Yeah. Vids is aimed squarely at democratizing internal video production. Think about all the corporate videos needed: HR training, product demos, leadership messages. Historically, that meant specialized teams, expensive software, long turnaround times.
Or just really bad PowerPoint videos.
Or that. Vids changes the game. It's built right into Workspace. You can give it a simple prompt or even point it at an existing Google Doc or slide deck.
And it makes a video.
How? AI does the heavy lifting. It can write a script. You can even choose the tone, like formal or motivational. It generates a voiceover. You can pick different voices, languages, accents. It finds relevant stock video, images, and music. And it stitches it all together into a draft video.
Wow. So a manager could take a sales report doc and turn it into a short video update for the team.
Precisely. Or HR could convert a policy document into an engaging training video quickly. And because it's part of Workspace, collaboration is built in. Multiple people can work on the Vids project, leave comments, just like they would on a doc.
The time and cost savings there seem potentially enormous.
It could really transform how companies share knowledge internally, much more agile.
Okay, so we have Gemini for workflow assistance, Vids for content creation. These are powerful tools. And remember, these aren't just concepts. They're available now. If you're looking for ways to bring AI into your organization securely and effectively, this integrated approach is worth a serious look. Again, the link to try Google Workspace is in the episode description. See for yourself.
Which brings us to the third key AI piece for enterprise, Notebook LM Enterprise. This one is specifically designed to address that big AI worry: hallucinations.
Right, the AI making stuff up. So if Gemini is the everyday assistant, Notebook LM Enterprise is more like the high-security research analyst.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Its core principle is data grounding. When you use Notebook LM Enterprise for research, summaries, analysis, it only draws information from the trusted, specific company documents you upload or point it to. Nothing from the public internet.
So it can't bring in random, potentially incorrect information. It sticks purely to our approved sources.
Exactly. It uses a technique called retrieval augmented generation, or RJ, which means its answers are based only on the provided documents. You can even see citations linking back to the source material. It eliminates that risk of invention.
Okay. That's critical for accuracy. What about data containment, especially for regulated industries like finance or healthcare?
It's built for high compliance. It's VPC-SC compliant, meaning organizations can set up a secure perimeter around their data in the cloud. Plus, any documents you upload into a Notebook LM project stay strictly within your organization's Google Cloud setup. Data residency is maintained, and external sharing is prevented. It ticks those crucial security and compliance boxes.
So we've talked AI, but underlying all of that has to be trust. Rock-solid security and compliance aren't optional extras for businesses. They're foundational.
And Google Workspace frames this under their WorkSafer initiative, right? It's not just about features, but a whole security philosophy. Let's start with the basics of the certifications.
Right. The whole platform, built on Google Cloud, has that ISO IE C27001 certification. That's the big international standard for information security management. It shows a systematic approach.
Mhm.
Very importantly for healthcare, it supports IPA compliance. They offer a business associate agreement, the BAA. That BAA is key for handling patient data. And the sources mention real-world proof, like SCL Health moving 17,000 people onto the platform. That's a serious stress test in a sensitive environment.
Absolutely. Migrating that many healthcare workers dealing with protected health information, PHI, it proves the controls work at scale under intense scrutiny. But basic compliance isn't enough today. Security needs to be proactive, not just reactive. You need to catch things before they become big problems.
And that's where the higher-tier enterprise plans come in, offering more advanced security tools.
Precisely. They shift the focus to investigation and immediate response. You get tools like the Audit and Investigation tool. That gives administrators really deep visibility, detailed logs of pretty much everything happening across the workspace environment. Who accessed what, when, from where.
Okay, so visibility is step one, but then there's the security investigation tool. What does that add?
That turns visibility into action. It lets security teams search through those logs quickly, identify potential threats, and this is key, take immediate action. For example, you could set up rules to automatically respond to certain suspicious activities, like quarantining a file or ending a user's session if their account seems compromised. You can act right from the search results.
So you find a threat, you can neutralize it instantly from the same interface. No jumping between different systems.
Exactly. It speeds up response time dramatically, which can be crucial in limiting the damage from an attack. It makes security operations much more efficient.
That ability to automate responses sounds like a big deal, especially for compliance reporting or dealing with audits quickly.
It really is. And this focus on security isn't just for the folks in the corner offices. It extends all the way to frontline workers.
Ah, right. People working in retail, on factory floors, out in the field, they often get overlooked in tech rollouts.
But they're a huge part of the workforce and a potential security vulnerability if not managed properly. So Google Workspace has a specific offering, the Frontline Starter Edition.
What's special about that? Is it just cheaper licenses?
It's tailored, yes, but critically, it includes strong security management features via advanced endpoint management. Think about shared tablets in a warehouse or retail staff using phones on the shop floor.
How do you secure those?
Advanced endpoint management lets IT enforce policies like strong passwords, remotely wipe a lost or stolen device, and set up secure work profiles on personal Android or iOS devices. It keeps company data separate and protected, even on devices that aren't standard corporate laptops. Extends that security perimeter.
Makes sense. You need to secure the whole chain. And tied into this frontline enablement is AppSheet, the no-code tool.
Yes, AppSheet is really interesting. It empowers employees who aren't developers, citizen developers, to build simple apps to solve their own problems, like a supervisor building an app for tracking safety inspections, or a team creating a tool for managing equipment requests, maybe using some Google AI behind the scenes.
So innovation happens faster, closer to the actual work.
Right. But crucially, IT still maintains control. They set the governance rules, manage data access, ensure security, so you get that grassroots innovation without creating a security mess. It turns Workspace into a platform for improving processes safely.
Okay, the work safer message seems pretty comprehensive then, from core compliance to advanced threat response, down to securing frontline workers and enabling safe innovation. If that kind of end-to-end security covering everyone in your organization is a priority, and frankly it should be, then those advanced tiers are worth investigating. Check out the trial link in the description to see how these controls could lock down your own environment. All right, we've hit the AI innovation, we've covered the robust security, now the dollars and cents. Any major platform shift has to make financial sense. We need to look beyond the monthly seat price and talk about the total cost of ownership, the real ROI.
Absolutely. The TCO case for Workspace rests on, I'd say, three main pillars. It's about how its structure saves money, how collaboration saves time, and how AI saves effort.
Okay, let's break down pillar one, reduced IT burden. How does the cloud-native thing save money operationally?
Several ways. First, no more buying expensive perpetual software licenses that need constant upgrades. Second, IT doesn't have to spend hours packaging and deploying updates to every single computer. It happens automatically in the cloud. And third, you're not managing servers for email, file storage, collaboration anymore. Google handles the infrastructure. All that frees up IT time and budget.
Okay, that's clear. Pillar 2, collaboration savings. This feels a bit softer. How do you quantify saving time through better collaboration?
It might seem soft, but it adds up fast. Think about less time wasted searching for the right version of a document. Less back and forth over email with attachments because people can just work in the same file together in real time. Smoother meeting scheduling, easier information sharing. If you save every employee, say, 10-15 minutes a day, multiply that by thousands of employees and their salaries, it becomes a very significant number.
Right, small efficiencies scaled up become major savings. Okay, pillar 3, AI ROI. This is about getting value back from the AI tools themselves.
Exactly. This is the justification for paying for those AI features like Gemini or Vids. When Gemini helps you draft a report in half the time, or Vids lets you create a training video in an hour instead of taking weeks with a production team, that's direct labor cost savings. The AI accelerates complex tasks, turning hours of work into minutes. That productivity boost delivers a measurable return on the investment in the AI capabilities.
Okay, so those are the TCO arguments. Now let's look at the actual pricing tiers. The sources gave some 2024 estimates for the flexible plan in USD. It seems structured to push you towards the more advanced features.
It is. It starts with Business Starter at $8.40 per user per month. This is your entry point. You get the core apps, custom email, 30 gigabytes of pooled storage per user, and importantly, Gemini assistance right within Gmail. Now, that 30 giga storage sometimes comes up as lower than competitors at the entry level, but strategically, it gets you into the ecosystem.
Right, the gateway. But the real value jump seems to happen at Business Standard for $16.80 a month.
That's where it really becomes a comprehensive suite for many businesses. Storage jumps massively to 2 terabytes pooled per user. Crucially, you get Gemini not just in Gmail, but integrated across Docs, Sheets, Meet. You also get Notebook LM for that grounded AI research, plus practical tools like appointment booking pages built into Signature, and the Google Workspace Migrate tool, which is essential for moving your data over. It's a big step up in capability.
Okay. And then for larger businesses or those needing more security, there's Business Plus at $26.40.
Yes, Business Plus bumps storage again to 5 TB pooled. The key additions are advanced security controls and Vault. Vault is critical for legal and compliance. It handles data retention, archiving, search, and e-discovery. If you're in a regulated industry, you likely need Vault. This tier also adds that advanced endpoint management for securing mobile devices we talked about earlier.
And finally, the top end, Enterprise Editions, which are custom priced.
Right. These are for organizations with the absolute highest security and compliance needs. This is where you get things like the HIPAA BAA coverage guaranteed, the premium security investigation tool with automated responses, and options for specific enterprise data regions if you need data stored in particular geographic locations. It's the maximum control tier.
So the strategy seems to be, don't just compare gigabytes of storage. Compare the intelligence and security features you get at each level. That's where the TCO really plays out.
Exactly. And that pooled storage model is often more efficient anyway. The storage is shared across users, so it adapts to needs rather than being wasted on inactive accounts.
Makes sense. But switching platforms is always daunting for IT leadership. What about connecting to other systems? And the migration process itself, how do they ease that pain?
Interoperability is key. The Google Workspace marketplace is huge, over 5,000 apps, billions of installs. That shows maturity. Plus, there are hundreds of documented third-party integrations for common enterprise systems, CRM, HR platforms, etc. So connecting isn't usually a roadblock.
And the actual move. Using that migrate tool included in the standard tier and up.
Yeah, the Google Workspace Migrate tool is designed to de-risk the process. It analyzes your current data, how much, how complex, user permissions before you start moving. This lets IT plan a phased, controlled migration instead of a risky big bang switchover. And they also highlight their partner network, the Google Cloud Partner Advantage program, to provide expert help with planning and execution if needed.
So the message is, the financial case is strong through TCO savings, the tiers offer escalating value, especially with AI and security, and the transition can be managed safely. If that economic argument resonates, if you want to see how those AI efficiencies could impact your bottom line, now is the time to explore. That trial link in the description is your first step to calculating your own potential ROI. Give it a click.
Okay, so we've covered the broad strokes: AI, security, TCO.
Right.
But for collaborative intelligence to really mean something, it has to deliver specific value in different industries, right? Tailored solutions.
Absolutely. A hospital has different needs than a factory or a bank. How does Workspace address these vertical-specific requirements? Let's start with healthcare and life sciences, highly regulated.
Trust and compliance are everything there. So the foundation is the PIPO, BAA, and the ISO 27001 certification we mentioned. But the accelerated value comes from using those enterprise security tools, the audit logs, the investigation capabilities to prove compliance easily during audits. It helps them focus on patient care, not just IT risk management. And we saw the SCL Health example validating this at scale.
Okay. What about manufacturing or retail? Lots of moving parts, supply chains, frontline workers.
Here, it's really the combination of AppSheet for no-code process improvement on the floor, things like inventory tracking or quality checks, and the Frontline Starter Edition securing all those mobile workers with advanced endpoint management. It creates a unified digital backbone connecting everyone securely from the shop floor to the head office, driving operational efficiency.
And financial services, probably the highest bar for controls and auditing.
Definitely. They absolutely need the enterprise tiers. The customizable logging, the advanced auditing, and the security investigation tool, those are essential for meeting regulatory demands. And crucially, Notebook LM Enterprise provides those data residency and grounding guarantees. Being able to analyze sensitive financial data, knowing it's only using internal sources, and staying within their secure cloud environment is non-negotiable.
So it seems the overall brand story is shifting, isn't it? It's less about just moving to the cloud and more about, what was the phrase, AI-driven simplicity.
That's the narrative the sources point towards. It combines the ease of use and the power of the AI, but crucially emphasizes the security and data grounding. So the pitch becomes something like, Google Workspace helps you get work done faster and more securely, using AI that's grounded only in your company's trusted data. It highlights the benefit while directly addressing the main AI concern.
It feels like a strong position. This whole deep dive really paints a picture of a workspace, not just as an alternative, but as a platform designed for where work is heading.
I think that's right. The market position that 90% Fortune 500 use, the paid market leadership, shows it's on a solid path. And the integration of tools like Gemini, Vids, Notebook LM isn't just adding features, it's building that collaborative intelligence capability directly into the workflow securely.
So summing it all up, strong collaboration foundation, layered with enterprise-grade security and trust, and then significantly boosted by integrated, grounded AI driving real TCO benefits.
That's the core value proposition.
And it's ready now. We really encourage you, if any of this sounds compelling for your organization, to use the link in the episode description. Try Google Workspace free for 14 days. See it in action.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Consider the speed of this change. Tools like Gemini and Vids can dramatically accelerate how quickly work gets done, how knowledge is shared. How long can organizations afford not to embrace this kind of integrated, secure AI collaboration? The gap between those who adopt it and those who don't seems likely to widen fast, both in terms of cost efficiency and attracting talent.
That's a powerful point to end on. The tools are here. The platform is ready. How quickly will your organization adapt? Definitely check out the resources we've mentioned. Pricing details, migration info, and that free trial link are all waiting for you in the episode description. Thanks for diving deep with us today.